Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the department, I Pramod Nayak, the host of today's event, consider it my honor to welcome you all to the Bharat Bhasha Utsav. First and foremost, I would like to call upon Mayuri on stage for the invocation song. Oh, invocation. Invocation.
ओ रांझिला है तेरी सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी रखता ना देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के तेरा मेरा साथ यही तक था ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझ तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं तेरी हीर धरती है रांझ हाय तेरी मिट्टी मैं मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू मेरी ज़मीन अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी रहे न रहे मेरी ज़मीन महबूब मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बने फीका न पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों खून का सकता है हाय तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू थैंक यू I don't know. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Mayuri. Now, I would like to call upon the Vice President of the Student Council to formally welcome the gathering.
On behalf of the Department of Commerce, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, I welcome you all to Bharatiya Bhasha Utsav. I would like to start by welcoming the head of the department, Dr. Sandeep Chennai, appreciating the presence of the Operation Stream Head, Dr. Vikram Valikasov, Business Stream Head, Dr. Rashima, Academic Stream Head, Dr. Sumit Sir, Common Stream Head, Dr. Mahakavi Sir, BBA Coordinator, Dr. Janma, Data Coordinator, Dr. Abhishek Sir, Student College Coordinator, Dr. Azadi and Event Coordinator, Rajya Kumar, faculty, research scholars, and my dear friends. Last but not the least, as I said, my dear friends, to spark and encourage an enthusiasm for learning Indian languages, it is proposed to observe that Bharatiya Bhasha Utsav on 10th of December on the Janma Jayanti of Subramania Bharati, the great national poet. Subramania Bharati was popularly known as Mahakavi Bharati, a freedom fighter and a social reformer in Tamil Nadu. Though Mahakavi Bharati was conversant with other languages, he emphatically declared in one of the poetic works that the sweetness of other languages is unparalleled. The objective in celebrating this day is to acquire the students and the youth about the inherent oneness of all Bharatiya Bhashas. That is, the concept of Bharatiya Bhasha Parivar, to celebrate the rich and variety and wonders of Bharatiya Bhashas, to make the students and the youth aware about the spiritual and cultural message emanating from the literature of all Bhashas to show how language learning can be a fun and enjoyable experience and to highlight the need to focus on Bharatiya Bhasha for the development of the nation and Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, Manasa. As the agenda of the event is to celebrate India as a linguistic country, here we have Professor Ravindra Sarshanay to brief us about the history of languages.
That is okay. That will create a problem. Yeah, good morning all. Welcome to this August gathering of the Language Day, basically Bhasha Divas, and wonderful to see how language has evolved over the period of time. Very interesting because I went through this article which is published by Cambridge. Language, it seems the spoken language is dated almost as much as 50,000 years ago. That is prehistoric period, definitely prehistoric period. And then written language about 5,000 years ago. There are two instances which I would like to quote from the article itself, which is very interesting. Okay, one is how the languages evolved. It says Adam and Eve from the biblical tradition. It says whatever they named was the name of the particular thing. So they started naming things. So they said this is a mango tree, this is a coconut tree, this is certain trees were named, certain plants were named, certain animals were named, and that is how it started. But if you look at Indian tradition, we say Saraswati, who is the wife of Brahma, who has started the language. She is called goddess of knowledge. So this is how there are different thoughts of how language evolved in with the different traditions. There is this Greek writer by name Herodotus who speaks about the story of a person who is actually a Egyptian pharaoh by name Satmik. Okay, and what Satmik did was he picked up two kids at a very small childhood, probably at an infant stage, and started raising them. And he raised them only with goats. They had absolutely no touch of any human beings. So how natural language, now what is said by him is, people speak the language which is naturally, which is already there in them. Again, other languages are forced upon them. That is why we talk about mother tongue. Mother tongue is something which is already there in the child. Through the genes, through their upbringing, it gets evolved rather than created. It's already there. Because with the genes, some languages are already, some kind of words, some kind, if you see a child, it listens to others and then starts speaking. Probably every one of us have picked up words just like that. And if you look at our own vocabulary, it is borrowed from languages. It is not restricted to one language. So whatever we speak is actually not restricted to one language. So here, the child, the two children that he adopted, this is almost about 2,500 years ago, they spoke about a word by name bekos. Bekos is nothing but bread. Where these kids picked up, God knows, because something which is already inbuilt. Because goats normally don't speak those words called bekos. That word, that vocabulary, that word is not there with goats. Okay, so they started picking up. We also have heard about one from our own Panchatantra where two kids are raised, parrots are raised in two different places. By the parrots are born to one parrot, and two different people raise them. So they start picking up the language which is being taught in and around them. So one was raised by a butcher, one was raised by a saint. So the parrot with the saint started talking nicely, okay, in a very sweet language, very sweet voice, which was very attractive to people. The one with the butcher started abusing others. So this is how language we start picking up from others. But basically we already have a mother tongue which is already built in us. So other languages are picked up and definitely used by us for our own lifestyle. Now there are certain other things which are very, very interesting here. One is people in the prehistoric period also started humming songs for others' entertainment. Songs is what we think, but those are tunes. from where these sounds evolved. This was much before language came. If you look at the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, or anywhere, if you look at prehistoric things which are done on the wall, the which has been sculpted on the walls, if you look at that, they're very they look, you feel that okay, these people were barbaric, these people did not have any traditions, these look you see that wheel which has been put by people and killing of animals and all, but the way they spoke, it was why they used to hum is to keep them relaxed, and also for others around them to relax. So this was the first instance where people started doing things other than that. Earlier it was only sign language. They used to talk like birds, they used to talk like animals. So the first thing which came was humming. So the first level of language is called the bow theory, wherein so what happened, it has nothing to do with the it is bow theory, it is not bow theory, it's bow theory. Okay, now people started picking up from animals, a cuckoo which is speaking, a crow which is chirping, or probably a cat which is meowing. Okay, so we started picking up these words. This is for our own. See, we thought, okay, these are words that we pick up. So this is again where language got evolved. The next theory, which is also again interesting, which is called poo-poo theory. Okay, here it is only emotional circumstances. We use certain words like ouch, oh God. Okay, it's not oh God, but ouch. Okay, or wow, or when we see something very dirty, we say yuck. Okay, these are basically emotional things which brought words into it. Okay, then the next level is social interaction theory. Again, this is also not a pure theory. This came through curses. Okay, curses, groans, after tiredness, oof. Okay, all these kind of expressions which came because of some physical exertion by the people. Then came physical adaptation theory. Okay, these are theories which say how language has evolved over the years. So if you look at those words, they from a normal bow you have starting using expressions. Then because of exertions, you started picking up other words also. Physical adaptation theory talks about something which is distinct to a human being, because all other animals are most of them are four-legged. Human beings and probably apes are the only ones which are two-legged. So we started developing a different type of language which is not like the other creatures in the world. So this was something which is very nice. And then if you look at the way certain alphabets are pronounced in each language, some use teeth, some use the lips, some use nasal sounds. Okay, some also use the whole part of the mouth. If you look at certain words, when we say, if you look at P, F, T, your lip touches the the upper part of your mouth, presses and then comes back. Certain pronunciations. So people started developing it. Only after all these things came, when a language was formed, then only we had grammar. Grammar was formed to structure the language. Grammar is not something which is beyond the language. Grammar is formed just to give some rules and regulations how to speak. So this is how language has evolved. Okay, and over the years we also started using different expressions to support the language. Now we also have soft skills which definitely boost the language that we talk. Okay, so as a supportive source. So this is how language has evolved over the years. If you look at the Indo-European status of languages, Max Muller talks of one Indo-European language which is the mother of all languages. Okay, they say certain words have been borrowed from Persia, certain words have been borrowed from the Middle East, and this is how the whole language theory has come. And from there, you had different countries raising or picking up few words and starting their own language based on the local comfort of pronouncing things. If you look at, in India itself, if you see, there are not less than 700 to 800 dialects which don't have dialects are something which don't have a script. Okay, some have script, but people are not clear with script. Some have script, people don't use the script properly. So things are there, languages are there. Constitution has been very kind enough to accommodate almost all the languages which are available, not the dialects. Dialects is difficult because very difficult for others to decipher and understand. If you look at Kannada itself or Hindi itself, there are different versions there in different areas. If you look at Kannada, You come to Karnataka itself, so the current district that we are in, the one part of the district speaks a different type of Kannada. If you move from here towards Brahmapur, there is another dialect sport. Small changes in the language. Because of religion, because of geography, we have been able to make some small changes in the language, use slang sometimes, use short forms sometimes to talk. So basically, this is the easiest means of communication. But as far as we human beings are considered, more things are not spoken but communicated. Some certain things are spoken, which form a part of language. Something which is not spoken is also being communicated by human beings. So language, maybe about 30-35% is, of our communication is covered by language. The rest are all with expressions, eye contact, body language, which has brought the language up in life. So that's what I wanted to talk about, the origin of languages. But again, in India also we say that Sanskrit is the mother of all languages. Europeans have Indo-European language from where Sanskrit has emerged. That is what they say. So there is no real history that we can say, okay, authentically say that this is the mother of all languages. If you come to India also, there are a lot of languages which claim prehistoric, the history of say prehistoric period itself is their origin. Tamil is supposed to be one of the oldest languages which is available. Okay, so all that, it's all debatable. But let us forget about the debate. Let us enjoy the language rather than debate about which is old or which is new or which is authentic, which is not authentic. Rather than enjoy the beauty of each of the languages. If you see the vocabulary of so many languages, if you look, English falls short of vocabulary when you look at the richness of all these languages. You look at Kannada, you look at Hindi, you look at Sanskrit. The vocabulary is phenomenal. Sometimes we don't get equivalent in English. The moment you start moving your thesaurus or dictionary up and down, probably you may not get an equivalent word, which could be the shortcoming of another language, or it could not. It need not be the shortcoming of the language, but shortcoming of the human being who is interpreted. So this is the beauty of language. Let us all communicate. This is the reason we in India we have so much variety, but still we talk country. One language is not just Hindi, but any language that you talk, the diversification is there, but talk in one tone. That is, the language here means one tone. It is not about differentiation at all. It is talking of unity. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was very informative. The song Vande Mataram, composed in Sanskrit by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, was a source of inspiration to the people in their struggle for freedom. So here I am to welcome Fiona, the volunteer head, to sing this patriotic song.
Shyamala Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram Shubhra Jyotna Pulakitayami Suhasini Sumagrabhashini Sukhamala Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Thank you, Fiona. To make the event interactive and also to enhance the knowledge the languages of India, I would like to call upon Ananya Shetty upon stage to conduct a quiz for the audience.
Hello everyone. Very good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Ananya Shetty and I'll be conducting today's quiz for the session. So I'll be telling you the rules before we carry on with the quiz. So anyone who is aware of the answer, please raise your hand. We're not creating any ruckus here. And so anyone with the right answer will be awarded with a small chocolate. So there's no negative marking. Let's start with the quiz. So how many languages were initially included in the Constitution of India? No, you have to raise your hand. Yes. That's not the answer. Okay, last final answer. Anyone? Okay. Oh, well, we'll go with the answer now. Yes, that is 14. Okay, second. How many official languages are there in India? Please raise your hand. Which Indian language is a palindrome? Weaver and Chaucer both. In which script is Hindi written? No. Ma'am. Wait. In which language national anthem Jana Gana Mana was? So wait. Next question. Where is the Central Institution of Indian Languages? No. Okay, yeah, it's in Mysore. Next question. When was Hindi declared an official language of India? 1950. Yeah, that's correct. What is the full name of Kuvempu? It's him. Guess the language from the given word. Okay, so this is the last question. How many major languages are spoken in India? Please raise your hand. No, it's more than 100. So. Okay, I'll tell you the answer. Okay. Man is very near to the answer. Huh? No. It is different. You told a different answer. So you're real. Okay. Yeah, she told 122. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. It was a good session.
Thank you, Ananya. We now have Sumera and group performing for a fusion song which contains multilingual songs.
Just rap. We are dancing very fast.
Janma, trying to find what you're saying. Don't know the reason. Just need nothing different. Don't let you begin. Oh no, I can't begin. Remember the meaning. It's all how we can sing it. I'm already
Thank you for the wonderful performance. Now, I would like to call upon Dr. Vikram Bariga sir to give presidential remarks on behalf of the head of the institution.
Good day, everyone, and thank you for the introduction. Actually, Professor Ravindra Shanayan has not left anything to speak. So his coverage was so exhaustive that nothing is left for me. See, in the Indian context, it is very difficult to have one national language, one official national language, because we have so many languages, and now we've seen that there are 22 languages. So it's very difficult to have one country, one language. Simply because we all converge in our mother tongue, and mother tongue gives us the liberty to have expressions and feelings. So, continuing from where Ravi left, mother tongue is very expressive, and we have to converge in our mother tongue. That's what we normally do in the beginning. I can give a few examples from my life itself, where mother tongue has been very predominant. When I started my corporate career in Goa, the Goan company and my company was very similar. So it was very easy for me to adjust in my corporate environment because a lot of Goans spoke Goan company. And I did converse in my language, my mother tongue, and it was smooth sailing for me when I started my career. Then, as you know, the Goan region belongs to Maharashtra. So, for regional sales or anything, Maharashtra and Goa as states go together. So, my interviews happened in Bombay and Pune to begin with. And there, the predominant language was Marathi. So, Marathi, Goan company and company that I spoke almost went parallel. And there also it was not very difficult. So you can see the spirit of languages which is able to unite all of us. And if we dig deeply and see the power of the language that can unite and harmonize. This is in the Indian context. Now we go internationally and we see in other countries. Trip to Malaysia made me feel that Tamil is very predominant there. So if you are able to speak Tamil well, you are almost accepted in Malaysia. When you go to United Arab Emirates, Malayalam is very accepted, very much accepted. So you can again see the greatness of languages that is able to make place smaller, distance smaller, and the acceptability is very high. Yeah. So see, if you're looking at still harmonizing, I would like to bring in an instance of Draupadi Murmu in her first address as the President of India in August, and she was addressing the gathering on the 75th fifth celebration of Indian independence, and she picked the lines from Gwendu, again a great poet from Kannada, and who is also a poet who is popular as an Indian national poet, and we saw that in his place. And his lines are very amazing, which he picked, and she picked it with purpose. And I would like to refer those lines. Please allow me to refer those lines, and I will do that in Kannada. Quote, ನಾನು ಅಳಿವೆ ನೀನು ಅಳಿವೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲುಬುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೂಡುವುದು ನವಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿದೆ is what Gwendu mentioned in his lines those days. This was actually picked by Draupadi Murmu in her speech, which says, I will pass, so will you. On my bones will arise the great tale of India. So this was so aptly picked by Murmu in her independence speech. So here we see the power of language, which is able to unite and harmonize. So with these few words, I thank Dr. Henry for giving me this opportunity, and also Dr. Sandeep for giving me this opportunity to make the presidential remarks. And I leave with the audience with saying that the language, the power of language and literature is so amazing that it's able to harmonize and unite relations. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the kind words, sir. Here comes another dance performance, which is a fusion of multilingual song by Manasa and Fiona. That was an energetic performance. It is time to express our gratitude, and suppose I call upon Ananya to deliver the word of
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Department of Commerce, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, I, Ananya Shetty, would like to thank all the faculties, research scholars, teaching and non-teaching staff present here. I would also like to thank the Student Council to take up this initiative and also all the participants who made this event a success. A special thanks to our HOD, Dr. Sandeep S. Shenoy, Vikram Baliga sir, Avril ma'am, Rashmi ma'am and Atmika ma'am for their constant support and guidance. We would also like to thank Matthew sir and Abhishek sir. Thank you one and all present here. I would now like to request all the faculties to come forward for a group photo.